everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my sixth video in a series of videos where I am working on the Junk Journal January 2024 challenge hosted by Meg Journals and in collaboration with Get Messy Art. So my journal is getting a bit full and I'm not even halfway through the challenge yet. So I had told myself at the beginning I wasn't going to do very dimensional things on the pages, but we had the layered challenge, which, I think that's pretty obvious. And then I did this stitched flower. Now the stitched flower is taking up a lot of space. I'm still worried that I'm not going to fit everything in. So I am considering doing 3 prompts on this particular layout. And so the next 3 prompts are garden, pattern, and opposites. So this is going to influence the way I interpret the prompts as compared to, considering them individually on a single page. But that's okay. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And so what I've decided to do for garden, and I think it's kind of an obvious prompt, and I think a lot of people have chosen flowers for their prompt, and I'm not any different than many of you. I found this little piece of paper. It's a beautiful paper, beautiful, beautiful. And then I found this ephemera in my stash. But anyway, I think that's really beautiful, and somehow I want to incorporate that onto that page. And then also for pattern, I have here these striped papers that I printed out. And so I thought I'd be very obvious and do a repetitive pattern, and I think this pink is going to go pretty with this one. And then I have this green here that goes really pretty with this cactus image that you see here, this cactus garden. Now, for my last prompt, which is opposite, I think that you could say that a cactus garden is in opposition to, or in contrast to, a rose garden or a flower garden. And so that is my thought on the prompts, and I just need to see how this is going to come together. So another reason for choosing the cactus garden is that it represents where I'm from. I live in the desert Southwest in the States. So I've ripped the page so that I can show that striped paper in the background, and I'm just roughing up those edges to give it a little bit of texture. And then also I thought I would add some lace there to give it a little bit more layering and texture. So now I'm just inking the back of the page just in case a little bit peeks through when you're seeing it from the other side. I try to trim it down as close as I can, but it's just better to be on the safe side. I also want to ink just around the edges of that flower on the top of the page just so it stands out just a little bit more. So I completed my pages off camera. It wasn't my intention to do so. I just thought I was recording. Anyway, however, these are very simple pages. I think everything's pretty self-explanatory as far as technique and process. You can see that I did switch the green stripe paper for another one of the pink. I just thought that made a more cohesive layout, and I felt like the green was competing against the greens in this image, and plus I wanted these green embellishments to be the highlights as well. So the word strip and the little quote I got from those freebies from Artie Mays quite a few years ago. It says, "To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow." And I think that's a beautiful sentiment for the month of January. We may not always plant our gardens in the Northern Hemisphere anyway in January, but figuratively or symbolically we do when we make our resolutions and then believing that by the end of the year we will have um, seen those resolutions blossom and come into fruition. So I think it's a beautiful sentiment. And also, I will put in the description box a link to this absolutely gorgeous image. I got it from a desert garden journal kit, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So anyway, in the comments, let me know what you think. Do you think that I fulfilled the challenge for these 3 prompts? Or do you think I should have done something more? I'm really happy with the way they turned out, even though they're very simple pages. I think they express the mood that I was feeling and the look that I was going for. So I'm really happy with them. So I hope you all are having a wonderful January so far and enjoying completing your own junk journals. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.